I get an update on my status here? You guys will keep on locking the door with some fucking cowards. You want to be named in a civil rights lawsuit for denying an inmate at ADX his ability to see his attorney? You guys want to be put on blast like that? Because I will do that. Y'all need to handle this. I'm not a security threat. I'm a fucking American. Yeah, so beginning of April, I scheduled a visit to visit Larry Hoover. He had been dealing with some health issues. He's been trying to go see the doctor for the past 2-3 months. They've been denying him his ability to go to the doctor, so I spoke with him and we made the decision for me to fly out.
Both of these men should have been home. Larry Hoover in particular, I've advocated for. Jay Prince has advocated for him. He's an old man. He's sick, just like Jamil Alameen, as Andrew Young has called him to be free. It is time to start letting people be home. And you go to prison as punishment, not to be punished. To deny someone medical care while in prison is grotesquely evil. So not only do I want you guys to call the number that Justin has put up, 719-784-9464, I want you to call your state legislators. I want you to call them Democrat or Republican. Call the party that begs you to vote for them the most and press the line to get behind Justin, press the line to free Larry Hoover and all what I would consider to be political prisoners, including him, Lumia Jamal, Tulu Shakur, Jeff Fort, Leonard Pelter. So let's get behind Justin. Let's start following Justin. If you aren't, let's get on the train of support. This is something that Jay Prince has often talked about. It's something that I'm joining, talking about, and helping whichever way I can. But anytime a human being is in prison and sick and denied medical care, it's gross and heinous. And no matter how you feel about that human being, that makes you a monster for allowing it. So I just want to...
And on top of that, not allowing him access to his attorney, too. That's even more...
Absolutely.
I mean,
flying in. This ain't just go around the corner attorney or call the bail bond with your mama know. This is a young man flying in to take care of business and being denied the opportunity. And you see, he was just showing us through the window. There were people there that have walked away. There were phones ringing, and now they all of a sudden aren't. This is our justice system. This is our misjustice system.
All right, I appreciate that, man.
Love and respect, bro.
I'm glad you're shining a light on this because, I mean, if they're doing this to Larry, they're doing this to other folks, too.
Absolutely. Your cousin, your uncle, your friend.
Yeah.
So, Justin, let's figure out a way to get this, talked about in the public arena more. I'll push the line. I see you jump live. I'll jump live. Thank everybody who popped up and showed love. Shouts out to Sean King. I'll see you out there. Love.
Appreciate that, bro. So, yeah, I mean, based off of what Killer Mike just mentioned and kind of a bit of the context I provided, Larry's been in federal custody for 25 years. He's been in isolation for the entire time he's been here at ADX. Severe isolation at that. All because, the United States government said that he sold a lot of drugs. That's essentially what it was. 2 years ago, when the First Step Act passed, they retroactively applied the Fair Sentencing Act that was promulgated under the Obama administration, stating that the crack cocaine disparity was unconstitutional and racist. So once that passed, we filed a motion for a sentence reduction under the First Step Act. The judge in Chicago in the 7th District, Harry Leinenweber, ruled in our favor, or he at least stated that Larry was eligible for relief based on the fact that these laws have now been considered racist. And since then, this motion has just been pending. There has been no actual ruling rendered that gives Larry the ability to be released from this institution. This case has just been pending for a year. And since then, this institution has decided to deny Larry medical attention when he's requested it. This is a 70-year-old man who's clearly dealing with some ailments. I'm not going to go too far into detail about that because that's his... to come out here and visit him in order to make an assessment and see how we need to move forward.